everybody, this is John. I wanted to do another one of these. In fact, I made a promise to people in my campaign that I'll do one of these a day, so people get to know me and know a little bit about my positions, who I am as a person, and who I am as a candidate, at least a prospective candidate. And I wanted to just talk very briefly about democracy. You know, we hear constantly that this country is a democracy and that we support democracies around the world, and we want to grow democracy throughout, all our relationships and, throughout the world. And in fact, we were even at one point supposedly bringing democracy to Iraq. And most people, I think, realize this, but even most good people fall into the trap of, referring to democracy as a standard of value in a political discussion. And in fact, we are not a democracy. A democracy, in its purest form, suggests that that the majority can vote on anything, and that the outcome of that vote is what happens, and it's what should happen because the majority is spoken. Well, there's a million examples that we can give about how the majority can be just as tyrannical as any individual dictator. I mean, what if the majority manages to vote, on interning a certain, ethnic group? What happens then? I mean, 51% of the people vote to intern an ethnic group. Is that good? And that's why we are a constitutional republic. The things that we are allowed to vote on are limited by what's written in the Constitution, and of course, what's limited. It's limited by the constitutions of the individual states and commonwealths, or charters, if it applies in a particular commonwealth or state. So we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. That's what I fight for. I think that's what most people in the liberty movement fight for, and it's a point that's made often. But I just want to make sure you understand that I understand that, and that's what I'm about. But there's another portion of and another part in a context in which the word democracy is used that I'm also particularly concerned about, and it's as if it's often used, the word democracy, as if it's equal to liberty. I heard someone who I respect recently use it in that context in a podcast. I think it was Bruce Fein in the podcast with Scott Horton, where he. My understanding was he was referring to democracy as if it equaled freedom, and I couldn't think of something that was further from the truth. I mean, democracy, if anything, can and is frequently used as a tool to suppress freedom. So there are two different contexts in which that word is used, and I think we have to reject them both. One, this country is not a democracy. It is, in fact, a constitutional republic. And two, democracy is not freedom. Democracy is often a system which suppresses freedom, and we have to reject it on those grounds. We are all for people having the right to vote, and this has nothing to do with that. But it's what people are allowed to vote on that is the issue. And with that, I'll leave this video short. If you have any questions or issues with me, please contact me through my website, johndennis.com or johndennis2010.com. Thanks.